All right, welcome back. It is Wednesday, which means we get to visit with our friend Michael Babcock at TMZ to get the scoop on today's hottest stories. Good morning, Michael.
Good morning, Madison. Hi, Jeremy.
Good. Okay,
Thanks for having me, guys.
We got to address the elephant in the room because Michael Babcock and Madison actually know each other. So who wants to tell the story?
I'll just say it. I worked at TMZ way back when, and he was one of the first people I met, was the sweetest person. I'm not just saying that because he's right here, but you were awesome. And I think I asked you every day, like, how do I get to be, a writer, and how do you find your stories? And he was always like willing, even when like high pressure situations, he would talk to me. So love this man.
I'm still in shock, Madison. I'm so happy that that we get to talk again. Yeah, Madison was like, "Do you
Swift.
remember me?" I was like, "Of course. What do you mean? Do I remember you? Absolutely." She was the best.
What a small world, is it not, though, guys?
Crazy.
Seriously,
Right? That's amazing. I had no idea that this was going to happen, but this is awesome.
Happy Wednesday, everyone.
Happy Wednesday, pleasant surprise, the family reunion.
Yeah.
That's right.
Which is great. Let me tell you, we compliment Michael all the time on his hair, his glowing skin. But your smile today is even brighter, Michael, because of
I
Madison.
know. That's because of you guys.
Stop it. Stop it right now.
So do you want to start with when Jake told us the Michael Jackson news, my jaw hit the floor.
Oh, there was a scream.
Yeah. Well, so it's you don't have to scream because it's first of all it's just negotiations at this point, but unlike other artists who have recently sold their catalogs. We saw Bruce Springsteen recently do it. He got $500 million, give or take. Justin Bieber did it for the music that he had already created. He did that sold it for $200 million. So Michael Jackson's, his family, the estate wants to remain in control. So they are willing to entertain some sort of partnership. And the rumored business partner here would be Sony. And of course, Sony was Michael's longtime label. So it makes sense from that standpoint. But any deal would have to have the estate remain in control of the music and what happens with the music. But with that said, they'd be willing to sell like 50% of the catalog and everything that comes along with it. And that would be somewhere around like $900 million for half of the catalog. And that shows you, I mean, Springsteen's whole catalog sold for 500. We're talking about half of Michael's going for nearly $1 billion.
Michael, quick question. What is the benefit to the family to sell half? Are they needing a cash influx, or they just want the money?
No, I haven't heard anything like that. But who wouldn't want $900 million, right?
Yeah.
I assume it's just it's an easy way to make a whole bunch of money and still have money in the future, right? That's always the trade-off. If you're going to sell it now, then obviously in the future you're not going to be able to keep making those royalties and things like that. So yeah, I assume it's just because $900 million is a lot of money, and they wouldn't mind having it.
Right. And I was curious, you said his catalog, half of his entire catalog.
Yeah.
What all does that entail? Is that, I'm thinking
then you
costumes
could,
and...
Yeah, I mean, look, if the music's on Spotify or Apple Music, and obviously the artists make money from streams, then they would presumably split that profit then, as opposed to just the estate getting the money. Who knows? Licensing the song, Michael's songs in movies and television. I mean, there's so much. I mean, you'll be watching TV and you hear a Michael Jackson song. I mean, that's obviously somebody paid a whole bunch of money for the rights to do that, and now it would just really be split 50-50 if this deal were eventually to actually happen. They would just split it with the estate. So Sony gets some, and the MJ estate gets some.
Wow.
Nice.
Well, it kind of seems like a win-win because the family's not losing control.
Yeah, right. Exactly. Yeah, no, it really is. And that kind of makes me wonder, Jeremy, why Sony might want to do the deal if they don't have control. I mean, that's a lot of money to spend, in my opinion, here without having control of, presumably where it could be used. So we'll see. Sony has a lot of money, and I guess $900 million, with what they make and their revenue is a drop in the bucket. But still, we'll see if it happens. But certainly
I was more surprised,
talks.
though, Michael, at the Bieber, because he's so young. That's why I was more surprised at Bieber.
But you know what? That one's interesting, Jeremy, because he obviously will then go on to make more music, and then he's going to own those, right? So it would just be everything from when the deal was made in the past, but anything in the future that he makes, makes, then I guess he could have the opportunity to sell it again to somebody else if he wanted to make more money. But yeah, I was surprised at that one too because he's so young, Jeremy.
Yeah, I agree.
On to my next favorite topic.
Yeah.
Post Malone. I love him so much, but murmurs of fans being worried about his appearance.
Yeah.
What's going on?
Yeah, and I'll say he came in here for this holiday show that we did and was the absolute nicest guy. I cannot explain how nice he was on camera, off camera, to everybody in here. So he was such a sweet guy. Anyway, people were worried about him. So he's on this tour, and he was in Australia, and he was performing, and he had a T-shirt and jean shorts on, and he looks thin. So there were fans who were concerned about his health. They thought that maybe he was sick or that he was taking drugs, and that's why he had looked the way he looked. It's actually the complete opposite. So he has just been taking care of himself, and he has lost weight, but in a healthy way. He had acted in a movie, and for that role, he had put on some weight. So, he was looking a little bit bigger than usual. So he said, I want to get that weight off. So goes on a diet, and he loses weight. Not to mention, he's been on this really long world tour that he's on stage for like 90 minutes a night, and he's sweating as he's performing. And that's probably not bad cardio either. So yeah, not sick, not on drugs or anything like that. This is a positive thing. Post Malone, very healthy.
Oh, good.
Well, and he's relatively a new dad, right? That could also be playing into it, parents.
Yeah, he's running around after the kid, probably,
right?
right?
I mean, and also
I think you're right, Madison. Yeah.
I haven't seen him with a beer in his hand in a while, and usually that's his signature. So
yeah, I think he had a few while he was here, but yeah.
Oh yeah.
So I gotta tell you, one of my favorite songs ever is "Circles." I love his song "Circles." I could listen to that on repeat.
Oh, he's one of my favorite. He is so talented. Yeah, in my mind, so talented. A big Post Malone fan.
Isn't it funny, Michael, too, with celebs, what we do to them? They get big. Oh, but there's concern. Then they lose weight. We're concerned. People have to be talking.
There's never anything healthy.
You can't win. Yeah, it's like you. Right. If he was big, you probably have people saying, "Oh, you're overweight. You have to lose weight. It's not healthy." And now he loses weight, and people say he's sick. So
right.
It's hard to win sometimes.
Okay, Michael. On a final note, since you are the executive producer of TMZ Sports, give us your prediction for the Super Bowl on Sunday.
Ooh, great question.
Oh no, Michael!
No. I'm Chiefs. I'm going Chiefs. I'll give you a score too. I haven't really thought about this, but how about Chiefs 27, Eagles 24?
Ooh,
I see.
It close.
Everybody in our area, Michael, we all think it's going to be a close game as well. So you're on target with that.
Okay, and is everybody thinking Chiefs win, I assume?
Well, we're in Missouri, so yes.
Yeah.
Chiefs are winning.
Chiefs Kingdom. Chiefs Kingdom.
Listen, I like the Giants, and the Giants and Eagles don't like each other. So I need you guys to win the game.
Thank you.
Okay.
Because I can't listen to these Eagles fans.
Michael, from your lips to God's ears, thank you.
Thank you.
We look forward to seeing you next Wednesday. See you later, Michael.
Bye, Jerry. Bye, Madison.
Bye.
And you can catch TMZ weekdays at 5 p.m. and TMZ Live weekdays at 2 p.m. Don't go anywhere. So much more fun on Ozarks Fox AM right after this. We'll be back. Reunion.
It was so sweet.